Uh, remember YouTube and Google, remember meeting you at the YouTube office, I think when just before Republic was launching. Back then, this was 2016 if I'm not wrong. Back then, YouTube was a content platform where people would create videos and upload videos. But today, it's a source of living, a source of income for what? How many people? How many people?
Yeah, no, thanks for sending me down memory lane. You're absolutely right. At one point of time, YouTube was a place where people came to express themselves, right? And that's exactly what everyone still does. I still remember way back in 2014 when I joined Google, most of the content on the platform was about music or food or comedy. As the years went by, in addition to being a place for entertainment, it also became a place for information, infotainment, and things like that. In the last 3 or 4 years, it's also emerged as an amazing place for learning. Whether it is for young children or people wanting to move up in the professional side of things. And while all of this was happening, exactly as you said, we also realized that it was actually creating an economic impact. It was also creating societal impact, cultural impact, and all of that. But worldwide, we spent a lot of time trying to understand this phenomena. In India, we launched our first YouTube economic impact report, where a third party obviously did this. And we realized that, and we quantified this to a large extent. We realized that through and the business model of YouTube, a lot of people are obviously aware of, but I'd love to say that, is we primarily generate a lot of our revenues through advertising, but over the years we've also added many other features like subscriptions, memberships, and things like that. Whatever we collect from the marketplace, a majority of that goes back to the people who create that content. And that number is what we sought to quantify. And not just that, right? It's also then the ripple effect of all of that.
Do you have a number of how
Yeah,
many?
absolutely. So the first report that we came out in 2020, we figured out that YouTube, the economic impact to the Indian GDP was about 6,800 crores. And while we did that, we also added about 6,83,900 jobs, right? So everyone from, someone who is at her home, possibly making videos on food, to even a entity like yourself who uses it to get even more reach, right? So including all of these is what we realized. So you're right. Today it's actually an economic value add to the country.
I'll tell you. I was sharing the story with you, and I just want to share it with all our audience as well. So, can you hear me now? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I remember reporting. I shared the story with you. I remember reporting when the government was changing in Maharashtra recently, when the Shinde government was coming in and the Uddhav government was going out, and I was on the field. I still remember it was the Mantralaya, and we were there, and this car was passing by, and then sometimes it happens that someone spots a TV crew, they stop and they come and sort of just watch what's going on. So there was this guy who just came, very unassuming guy. He came and he said, so he waited for my life to end. And he said, I'm one of the biggest YouTubers on Hindi. And I looked him up. I just looked him up. He runs a channel called Sach Tak or something. I just remembered seeing that. And the number was right. He said he makes 3 crore a year or 30 lakhs a month from YouTube videos. And these could be videos of his analysis on the Maharashtra situation or anything, right? So it's changed how people look at the digital medium. It's not just anymore about a vocational occupation, right? I mean, they do it for a living.